Guess what? Today I'm in the United States. I'm here for about a week and I've been here already a couple of days. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm staying in a forest and you can hear some noise, some birds and some construction going on. The United States is always under construction. I'm gonna take you today to some offices and there are some goods which I need to return to a store, so I'll make a picture of how it looks around the stores and parking and concrete and the road. I bought this mic which I don't need. Actually, I probably don't need a camera which I bought either. But it looks pretty good. On the other hand, I thought about it. Videos which I'm making are not really requiring this kind of mic, and I probably will never use it. Besides, you have to have some additional equipment for it to work on your computer. So this is something which is going back. And there is interesting thing about the United States. When you see the price, besides the price, you're gonna have some tax to pay on the top of it. In Turkey, when you buy something, the price which you pay already included tax. It's Halloween tonight and people will be celebrating. Kids will be running to people's houses and tricking them to give them some candies, and people usually willingly and happily give them those candies. Some of them will get probably stomachache. Stay to the end of this video. I am taking some pictures at the grocery store. If you want to compare prices at your store or at your location to prices people pay in the United States, and if you want to find out what kind of price I paid for the horseradish, which we cannot even find in Antalya, it's at the end. This is south. Mega big churches like this particular one. People come here not only on Sunday. Actually, they have here the gyms, they have athletic places, they have presentation places. It's more like a culture house. October 31st, Halloween, 53 degrees, 12-month CD, which is a time deposit 5%. This street is zoned for businesses and you can see that only businesses are here. The roads are wide, plenty of cars, plenty of houses, and no people. That is pretty much signature of the United States. There are no people on the street.
On I-285 west for 3 miles.
And now we are off onto highway. You've seen 3 lanes on the street, now it's going to be 5 lanes. Believe it or not, but sometimes there is congestion on this kind of a highway too. Yesterday I was driving, there was a congestion. Today is not that bad.
Use the right lane to keep right at the fork. Use the right lane to keep right. In a quarter mile, keep left to continue toward US 41 North Cobb Parkway.
We arrived. This is the place. Let's go and take stuff out. Driving and more driving. Everybody has to have a car. Everybody has to drive and the roads have to accommodate. That is the only way to have high consumption. I'm not going downtown Atlanta because it usually smells like urine and it's not very clean. But surrounding area is pretty good. You can see there is a separation lane and there is no way to get across, so I have to, as they say, flip a bitch, or basically turn around before I can go there. Not very easy. State of Georgia right now decided to eliminate taxes on the gasoline just to keep prices down. That's why the gasoline price is here a lot lower than normal. They are hiring $13 an hour. How about that? So let's see how it tastes. Tastes good, just like I remember. I've been to many places, and this is my favorite restaurant, really. We turned that goods return this microphone back in. We're done with that. So now I'm gonna eat and go and visit some friends in the office. And I'm gonna show you the friends. I don't think they really want to be filmed, but I can show you office and I can show you some parking. Now let's do the math. I paid $10 for the meal. Normally it's $12, but I had a coupon for $2 off. Before COVID, I ate at the same restaurant and the same meal was $8. Now you can do the math, what kind of inflation we're having. I'm gonna make one more comment, people who actually live right now in Antalya. We know that inflation is real as far as real estate. In the United States it's the same thing. What happened is that people cannot buy houses right now. Last year, prices risen 25% in several locations, including Atlanta, Georgia. 25%. And that's not all. You see, the market is really stagnant. Why? Because many people who bought the houses time ago, sometimes a really long time ago, but they would have interest rate on their mortgages about 3%, 3.5%, maybe 4%. Now it's 7.5%. It's a lot, and it adds a lot to the price. So people don't want to sell the houses because if they buy house now, they will pay this high interest rate. Everybody's sitting really quiet like a mouse and waiting what's gonna happen next. And people who wanna buy the house, they will have to pay a really high interest rate, and the market is really tight. There are very few places which are available for sale. Making a shotgun video this time. Basically it is the same as Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels movie. I'm changing the pictures rapidly and giving you overview of what's going on. If you like this kind of style, please put some comments. Remember the show Office? Well, this is it. Only the office was before COVID. After COVID, that's what we have. It's a ghost town here. And not only that, it's interesting because soon it will be full of life again. There is a push in the United States to bring all the office workers back to their desks. The thing is, it's not very easy, so there are some tricks which employers and decision makers make it. They invite people to come for one day, hopefully after that they will come for the second day. And it is in the United States right now time when most people have to choose the insurance, etc. Every year there is update and the person has to go and choose what kind of insurance they're going to have, what kind of benefits they choose, because they are paying for that, not the employer, but the employee himself is paying it from his salary. And sometimes it's subsidized, sometimes it's not. For instance, if right now the person will drop off the job and has to go on his own, the family insurance will be over $1,000 a month. That's a lot, especially for the person who doesn't really have a job anymore. And so in this time, there was several companies, many companies, they actually sending memos, they make an announcement that people have to come to office. Why they do that? Because if people decide that they want to stay home, they don't want to be in hybrid mode where they can work from home and from the office, they would drop. And in that case, no benefits, no reimbursement has to be paid. So people basically leave, it's their own choice. And if people actually come to office, they will have to do 1 or 2 days per week in the office. That's how pretty much everywhere. I know Coca-Cola is doing it, I know some other companies do it. So there is a conspiracy. Well, I'm just saying quote-unquote conspiracy. It's not conspiracy. It is true that many people are more productive at work, but there are plenty of people who don't need to be at work. And the other thing is, if you start coming to work, you need new clothes, you need to spend time on the gasoline, you have to fix your car, and there are many other things. So the consumption will increase exponentially. Now, if you want to see Atlanta, here is Atlanta for you. Right there on the horizon. That's one of the reasons why I came to this office, because I can show you this beautiful panorama. That is downtown Atlanta, Georgia. You can see it, you can actually see trees. It's beautiful fall in Georgia. Done with my visit. I returned my item, and I can tell you it's very easy to return items in United States Consumer Society. If you had any problems with that, you can tell him, or you can just say like I did, that particular microphone did not really give me the sound which I was looking for. That's a storage facility. Lots of people don't have enough space at home, so they bring it over here. They rent like a room or like a compartment, and they store their belongings in there. I think Antalya really needs something like that, because lots of people asking where they can store it, especially when you're in between apartments, between residences, or you have to go. So we arrived. Here is Kroger, and that's a large store, grocery store, and that's where I need to go to pick up a few items. Meantime, I'm going to show you prices and how it looks like inside. The problem is that in the United States you have to ask for permission to film. I'm not going to do it. I'm gonna just do it in a sneaky way. And I just want to give you a little bit more idea of what kind of prices one has to face. Since the residency is closed in Turkey, many people thinking about moving to other countries, and some of them actually thinking about going to United States. Yesterday, a friend of mine and I went to the restaurant, Indian restaurant, not very far from where I stay right now, and that was a pretty decent place. I just want to give you an idea of prices in the restaurant right now. We ordered 2 meals, which were decent, chicken and goat Indian style, plus 2 appetizers. And we ordered cauliflower and some Indian pastry. Not much, but enough to eat. The bill came to $57 for both of us, and we ordered only water. We did not order any other drinks. Plus, we had to pay 20% tip. That comes all together to 1 meal. Figure it out, how much money you need to really live well. Lots of people say in the United States people make a lot more money, but as I shown you, there are lots of people who making $13 an hour or maybe $15 an hour. Now, if you think that 35% they will have to pay in taxes, it leaves you with not very much. And right now, renting an apartment in Atlanta is a lot more than in Antalya. I think decent place will run you about $1,500, maybe $2,000 a month, and that's about it. So we are off to go to the grocery store. It was a successful trip. I exchanged the microphone, which cost me $110, on horseradish, which cost me only about $10. And we don't have it in Antalya, so I'm gonna bring it and make some cocktail sauce with it, because in Antalya it's really hard to get. Actually was not able to. I talked to many people and we don't have horseradish. I love horseradish. Remember to subscribe, leave some comments and likes, especially if you like this kind of style of filming. Was all the best.